So we came to Nemours Children's Hospital because undoubtedly parents have a lot of questions about whether or not this vaccine is safe. How was it developed? And should my child be in line to get the vaccine? And so we came here to talk to their doctors to get those questions answered. We spoke with Dr. Kadia. She's an expert. She knows how this vaccine was developed. She knows whether or not it's safe for children.
Our research into pediatric COVID-19 cases at local hospitals and the vaccines being developed started this summer as we watched infections climb in children under 12 by the week and for the first several weeks of the new school year.
And yes, if you're vaccinated, you're protected, but we forgot that the kids weren't protected. And we sent them back to school and they're doing all these sports, which they need to do. We did see significant changes, right? Mental health was affected. The schools aren't just for learning, so it is important to get kids back, but we need to do it safely. And it really hurts to see a child on a hospital bed with something that could have been preventable or at least significantly milder.
Cases start slowly declining in September, coinciding with the rise in those 12 and up getting vaccinated, and as researchers work to find the right formula of the vaccines for those 5 to 11.
How is this vaccine different than what we are receiving as adults?
So it's the same makeup, it's the same vaccine per se, it's just in a smaller dose. We wanted to make sure that we weren't giving them too high a dose, and that's why the studies initially were trying to find out which dose was going to provide us with a good number of neutralizing antibodies comparable to what adults have, that we have demonstrated that works at keeping the virus at bay and preventing serious illness and hospitalizations. And so it's a smaller dose. The kids will be getting a third of the dose. Also getting it 21 days apart. Really, that's the one difference.
Some doctors insist convincing parents to vaccinate their children is still key to getting the virus under control because it's proven they can transmit it at a higher rate.
And when he tested positive, did he have symptoms? No, he did not.
This is ANACELIA DELUNA, mother of 3 children. She took a chance and sent her 6-year-old son back into the classroom this year. Weeks into the school year, her son brought the virus home.
He didn't have symptoms until 7 days after he tested positive.
What are your thoughts now about the vaccine as you hear, go get vaccinated? That's the only way to get this under control.
I'm on the fence with that. Honestly, I really don't think there is enough research on it, whether it's the younger kids' age or even, people like myself.
Allison AUBUCHON has 3 children and has no plans to get them vaccinated.
She said to me, I don't know that there's been enough research done. And the reason I found that so startling is because it was one of the first questions I asked the doctors. There are researchers who are raising serious concerns about how few children were included in these clinical trials. How is that possible? Why did that happen? What do you say to that?
There's not that many kids, right? Actually, kids, I believe, make up about 22.5% of the population in the United States. So we are a smaller number. And this always happens, right? There's so many drugs that are approved for adults, but there are just not enough kids for trials to occur. So a lot of times we extrapolate data.
Regulators wanted to see at least 3,000 children in the study, but just over 2,000 participated.
And so for me, as a journalist working this story and trying to gather the facts, the information, and get those key questions answered, it was confirmation for me that we're asking the right questions to help you make an informed decision best for you and your family. Will you get your kids vaccinated?
Probably not. I mean, it's a family decision, ultimately, I think.
If our cardiologist, Dr. Daralene, sees him fit, we will have him vaccinated.
We want to make sure that if it's something that really needs to be addressed and we feel that this isn't the right thing for children or for any person, we're going to stop it. And that's what has been happening. There's been so many inquiries and so many investigations just to make sure that we are providing a safe thing.
There is no agenda here with this story. We're not here to tell you whether or not you should go get your children vaccinated. We are here to gather the facts.
Vanessa Eccles here. Thanks for watching Channel 9 on YouTube. To get the latest news, check out WFTV.com. And don't forget to download the WFTV News app.